Okay, when we last left off, we had just created our first web page, but it just said hello world, and it's kind of boring. So let's see what we can do now to make it a little bit more interesting. If you remember, we have our web page over here, and we can open it up just to kind of see what it looks like. And again, we just have a white page that says hello world. So, and this is the body here. So let's see what we can do to change that color. So if we go inside of this bracket where it says body, we can type in BG color equals, and then in quotation marks we can put blue. And accept that. Okay, so BG color equals blue, and we can save that. And when we come over here and we open that up, we now see that our background color is blue. If yours did not change, you may have to do something a little bit different. And I had to figure this out on my own as well. Go into preferences of TextEdit and make sure that smart quotes is off. If smart quotes is checked, it won't render it correctly. So make sure that that's off. Okay, so now we've got a blue background, but it makes it a little bit hard to see what's going on. So what we want to do next is type in font color, and this is going to change the font color. Maybe we can make it white, and we'll put that in brackets, and then we'll save that, and we can open this up, and now we see that our font color is now white. It makes it a little bit easier to read. It's still kind of small, so we can change the size by putting font size. And now with HTML, it doesn't necessarily work like your standard word processor. In HTML, the sizes are just 1 to 6, I believe. So we can start off maybe with like a size 5. And we can close that. And again, when we hit save, we can open this up. And we'll see that it has made it bigger. Now, the thing that you'll notice is that if I add more text, this will actually show a few things here. First of all, I drop down to another line, so I'm envisioning that this is going to go to another line. So when I save it, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to hopefully see that this is on another line. But it's not. So I did that for a couple of reasons. So number one was to show that even though in our text editor we put it on a separate line, if you remember from earlier, HTML is not very smart, so we've got to tell it everything that we want it to do. So to put it on a separate line, we'll have to add in a separate code. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that you'll notice that the font color and font size continued on, and they continued on to this line as well, where it says this is my web page. The font color and font size will take effect on everything that comes after it until we change it, until we say, that we want it to say something else. So the first thing that we'll do is we're going to add a break, and to add a break we're going to put BR with our backslash, and this is my web page. And then if we want that to be smaller, we can say font size equals 3. And when we save this now, it's going to do two things. It's going to drop it down to the next line, and it's also going to make just that part smaller. Notice though that it's still kept it white, because anything that comes after that is going to stay that same color or size until we changed it. We changed the size, but we didn't change the color, so the color stayed white. Okay, so let's practice that.